Low network connection. You can still record a video, it just won't be live. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm hoping that you can actually see me, because I think you probably just heard now. It seems that I've got low Wi-Fi connection. I think Jane and I have the same problem, whether she's over there in England or whether I'm here in Swaziland. We've got the same technical issues at the moment, which is trying to get decent Wi-Fi. So hi from Swaziland and a happy 2018. I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. It seems really weird. I'm sitting here this afternoon in my sun hat, as you can see, because I'm competing with Jane at the moment. Jane, last week, those of you that saw her, was sitting there, standing there in a beautiful red parka, looking all glam and stuff, although it's freezing cold over there. So this is now me from Swaziland. A bit of a different temperature over here, as you can see. So hi everyone. I don't know who's out there. I see somebody's watching. I think it might be Chelsea. Hi Chels. Yoo-hoo. Okay, so I think I'm live. So here we go. Can I take this ridiculous hat off now? Okay, there it goes in all my glory. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little chat this afternoon, basically following up from the message that Jane brought last week, which really inspired me as we move into 2018. And if you didn't watch Jane's live video last week, do yourself a favor, go back and just check it out, because it was quite powerful. And she was talking about reframing and how we can take something that we're going through at the moment, or a circumstance or something in life that has a negative impact on us, and we can choose to reframe that in a way that is positive and helpful in our lives. And so I've been challenged by that this week, and subconsciously I think there's been a couple of things that have happened this week that have made me go back and revisit this a couple of times. But there's one incident in particular that stands out, and it happened a few days ago, and it was when somebody that I respect very much, somebody older than I am and has known me for, well, since I was born actually, and they made not even a passing comment, they made a comment to my daughter, and she was talking about how her mother, being me, has had no common sense, that I've never had common sense, that I'm useless when it comes to common sense, and a few words along that line. And I didn't say very much, and I haven't said anything, and I kind of was trying to deal with it in my own mind, going backwards and forwards and sort of thinking about it and saying, okay, is it a true statement? No, it's not a true statement, and kind of looking at it from that perspective. But I think when it's something that you've heard several times in your life and it keeps coming back at you, even though the person may say it in a joking way, and I know there's no intention to hurt, it impacts you. And sometimes you need to sort of take a step back and actually deal with it. And as Jane has said, you need to reframe it. So, rediscovering me, rediscovering who I really am, and with our tagline, as Jane says, being the best you that you can be. I'm going to be the best that I can be, because that's all I can be. I can't be anybody else. So I better make... Sorry about the dogs there. So being the best that I can be. There goes Chelsea chasing cinnamon. Cinnamon! Chasing the birds, I think. But anyway. So with that thought in mind, something else happened today, which again sort of triggered all this thought process. And we were sitting in the office this morning, and Chelsea and Ryan, two of my kids, were in there with me working away. And Chelsea was sort of going through something that was a little bit challenging for her. And I was just trying to, well, there she goes, a little bit, she says. So yeah, she was being challenged. And so I was trying to do what I just tend to do naturally, which was to give a different perspective. And so what I said to her, I gave her I was trying to sort of reframe it for her and give her perspective. And Ryan turned around and he said to me, well, he actually said to Chelsea, like, doesn't it just, well, he's talking about mom making sense. So isn't it amazing that when mom says something, she just makes sense? And I've kind of been chewing on that when I was thinking about what I was going to talk to you guys about this afternoon. And link those two things together, those two thoughts, I have no common sense. And what Ryan was saying about when I speak, when I say something, I just make sense. And so I've been chewing on all of that. And what I came up with was, who wants common sense? What does that mean? It means everybody has that same view. Everybody has that same take on things. Everybody can see that for themselves. Why do they need somebody to come in with a different view or a different insight? So reframing what was said, when I look at it now, I can say, okay, I may not have common sense, but you know what? I actually have uncommon sense. I am able, it's one of my gifts, and this is something I'm learning to recognize and appreciate in myself, is that I have uncommon sense. I have wisdom. I have vision that maybe some of the people around me don't have. And that is something I can embrace, and something that makes me uniquely me. Yay, go me. Okay, learning curve, isn't that what we're here for? To learn about ourselves, to be the best we can be. So that's empowering me this afternoon. And I want to ask you, this is a challenge this week. What labels have you been stuck with? What labels have other people tried to put on you that you can take a step back from after listening to all of this and say, okay, I'm going to reframe that comment. I'm going to use that in a way that will empower me to be the best that I can be. Or that label, just basically taking that label and saying, okay, it's not giving power. I'm not going to allow it to have power over my life anymore. That's not going to impact my life. I'm going to take that and I'm going to use it to empower me, to help me to become the best me that I can be. So that's your challenge this week. Try and find some space somewhere along the way where you can just sit and give that some thought. Because I guarantee people tend to throw words around sort of haphazardly. And we don't say things to hurt people, but sometimes those words stick. So if you've allowed some of those things to stick in your life, today is a good day to take a step back and say, okay, I'm not taking that, I'm going to reframe it. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, okay, how can that empower me? How can I reframe it in a way that will empower me? So that's your challenge for this week. Okay. Next week is going to be Jane and I together, hopefully. I had an exciting opportunity on Thursday last week. I suddenly decided I was heading to Johannesburg this week to drop Chelsea at the airport. And I thought, okay, well, I'm kind of on my way to England. Why not just get on an aeroplane and continue the journey? So my poor husband, I'm looking him over the top of the phone. Hi, Stewie. Leaving him again. So I'm jumping on an aeroplane on Wednesday heading off to freezing cold England. So I don't think this is going to be much use to me. Do you? This might be some nice warm tea. Heading on an aeroplane on Wednesday, and I will be in England from Thursday this week. So next week, Facebook Live, hopefully will be Jane and I together, and we can share a little bit about what we're doing in Rediscovering Me at the moment and where we're going for this year. So that's exciting. Watch out for that next week. And in the meantime, be the best that you can be. Have an amazing week, and I will see you from freezing cold England. Whoops. Thank you, Toby. Yeah, I better go pack my suitcase at some stage. I'm leaving tomorrow. Okay, have an amazing week. Bye, everyone. Bye.